that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It's the Wildcats facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Boomer. Waller is out there with baddest one. Then it's Q, and it's Montgomery, and it's the 4 slot. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, you really like to see Smith go to work inside there. Always looking to expand on his game.
Here's baddest one to the wing right side. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Nene, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And the free throw, no good. Knocks it loose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Watson. Hits the three-point bomb.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary. Even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
And so here are the Wildcats. Nene with the triple. Here's Q, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here are the Wildcats. Baddest one passes to Montgomery. Pushing it up. Watson's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Can't get it to fall. Watson's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's baddest one. He's covered by Watson. Good on the shot.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
On deep from beyond the arc and then some. Baddest one's got 5 points so far.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball. And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused. So for the Wildcats, the Wizard, he's checked in for the Little General.
Brooks comes in for Q. The Mavericks subbed in for Ball. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Watson. And again, unable to change momentum here. Last game for the Wildcats, they picked up the win against the Wolverines.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
Now here's Brooks after the miss from Marcus Campbell. Brooks with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
50 seconds left here in the first quarter. They get the rebound, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, you love Melo's effort there, digging in on the glass, trying to create something nice.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Wildcats making a switch here. Whitney's checked in.
What's up?
Anthony, no good on the free throw.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
Pulls up. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Here are the Wildcats. They're on a 12-4 run. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Get the teardrop. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Watson. Launches a three. Buries the long-range jumper. Watson's got his second basket of the night. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Wildcats leading by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Wildcats so far, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Brooks covering, stolen by Brooks. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So on the floor for the Wildcats. Addison out there with Brooks. Then there's the Quick. Then it's the Wizard. And it's Montgomery in at the power forward position. The first one falls. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Second chance effort. That one misses. And the Wildcats the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Trying his luck from deep, and it's J.R. Smith with the 3. He has 5.
And that's J.R.'s specialty right there. The defense can't let him have a shot. I don't care what kind of range he's in.
And there's the pass to Whitney. And the foul called on Marcus Camby. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Wildcats, Baller comes in for Brooks, and it's Q in for baddest one. And he lobs it up toward the rim. 6 to shoot, and it's blocked.
Miller just reading the play the right way, putting the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
Watson, the pass to Carmelo, and it's blocked. Pass to Ball. Out left to the wing. Drains it from beyond the arc. The Wizards got 5 points so far. The Wizards gone 2 of 3 from the field. Kicks it to Watson. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Whitney. A stupendous finish in traffic. The Quicks got the lead up to 10 now for the Wildcats. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Kenyon Martin, he's checked in for Nene. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. J.R. Smith on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Releases. The shot, no good. And the Wildcats the other way now.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Pass to Montgomery. Poke loose. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. On Sunday, then on Monday. .156 left in the first half of basketball. He's covered by Whitney. Knocked away. Another shot. And that one's good. And the Wildcat lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Anthony.
And even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
The pass to Whitney. Passes it to Montgomery. 4 on the shot clock. 8 feet away. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
And he gets the bucket.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And the Wildcats call time here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Baddest ones checked in for the quick. Here are the Wildcats. They've led by as much as 10. To the middle. Richards passes to Baddest one. Off with the layup.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Out of hand on it.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
The shot's good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Kicks to Carmelo. 17-foot shot on the way. And that one's good. The Wildcat lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Kenyon Martin.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing, Greg. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's the Wizard. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Wildcats lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Looking at the Wildcats, Kenny, what do you think?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
The second half is gut check time for the defense. Allowing over 60% shooting is weak sauce. Weak barbecue sauce, weak butterfinger sauce, weak sauce period. The coach needs a light fire under these guys. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Allen Iverson on the wing. Five to shoot. Drills it from outside. for the Wildcats. Boomer out there with Little General. Then there's Baller. Then there's Baddest One. And it's Q in at the 3 slot.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Pass to Carmelo. For the lead. And he sinks the layup. 6 points for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Fires from 14, and that one is good. And the Wildcats lead by 1. Baddest One's gotten it done so far from the field tonight, making 4 of his 6 attempts. Nene, he's checked in for Kenyon Martin. Picked off in midair. Baller passes to Baddest One. Ball's knocked loose. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
It's deflected. Goes back up. And another shot. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively. Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. The Wizard, he's checked in for Little General. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint to stop the run. It's blocked. Tries again. The shot, no good. Q passes to Baddest One. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Nene.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Wildcats making a switch here. Brooks checked in. He's good on the second. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's baddest one. He's got 15. And the pass to the Wizard. Passes it to Richards. He kicks it to Brooks. Here's the Wizard. That one falls. The Wizards got 7.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
There's 1:40 left in the third quarter. Out to the wing. 5 on the clock. To end the cold streak, and that one's good. The Wildcat lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Nene. Here are the Wildcats. Baddest one passes to Brooks. What about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. They get a hand on it. .34 seconds left in the third. They get it back. Richards. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Kenyon Martin has checked in for Nene. As their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Let's go. No good that time. Here are the Wildcats. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Here's baddest one. 15 points in the game. To the left wing. Puts up a 3. The shot misses. And so it's the visiting team holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Pass to Brooks. Clock at 6. Pass to Q. stolen. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wildcats. Little General, he's checked in for the Wizard. So on the floor for the Wildcats. Little General out there with Boomer. Then there's baddest one. Then it's Q. And it's Brooks at the 3. 2 points. That one goes. Baddest one's got the lead up to 13 now for the Wildcats. Tipped away. And so out of bounds it goes. And they retain possession. Open jump shot.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. It's tipped. Down low. And he lays it straight in. 9 points for J.R. Smith.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Now the pass to baddest one. Brooks outside. Here's baddest one. Here's Little General. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer on the way. Brooks with the bucket. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game, and they need to avoid that.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Baller, he's checked in for Brooks. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Poke loose. Here's the break. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Free throw, no good. And so here are the Wildcats. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Passes to Ball. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Wildcats lead by 9.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Knocked away.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
Nene, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. Watson up top. To the left side wing. There's Kenyon Martin on the assist by Watson. And that's now 9 points for Kenyon Martin.
Well, great vision by Nene, right? I mean, if you're the help defensive guy, you can't leave your man. He's that good a passer.
Baddest one passes to Q. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Montgomery. Here's baddest one. Lets it go from deep. That miss makes him 7 for 12 from the field this game. 1:35 left to play here in the fourth. Now Watson. Allen Iverson on the way. There's the pass to Carmelo on the arc. That shot off the mark.
It was rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one's on Anthony. The second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, baddest one.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. We're going to make a move. It's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
Pocket 2. Here's Q. Can't hit the step-back jump shot. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Watson for 3. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Still able to rise to the occasion, Nene with the crunch time production.
And there's the call on Nene. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Guys, what do you think?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Fires the 3. But they get it back. Over to the left wing. Oh, good with the triple. So we see the Wildcats get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.